The city was cloaked in darkness when the plan was set in motion. Downtown's First National Bank stood tall, a monolith of concrete and steel, its windows glinting like watchful eyes under the flickering streetlights. Inside, security cameras swept back and forth, guards tread their silent rounds, and the vault held millions, untouched and waiting. Eli Turner stared at the blueprint spread across the cramped table of his rundown apartment. He traced the red lines with a fingertip, memorizing every corridor, camera angle, and guard shift. This wasn't just any job. This was the job, the perfect score. Years of planning and waiting had led to this moment. A soft knock pulled him from his reverie. It was Maya, his partner in crime, and more importantly, his most trusted ally. "Are you ready?" she asked, eyes fierce beneath her dark hood. "More than ready," he replied, stuffing the blueprint into his jacket pocket. "Tonight we're going to do this." The humidity of early September clung to the night as they slipped onto the streets, shadows among shadows. Eli's heart drummed a steady rhythm, slow, measured, focused. Nervousness had no place here. The plan was simple but required perfect timing. Disable the external cameras, slip inside through a maintenance door, bypass the guards, crack the vault, and be gone within 30 minutes. After months of surveillance, they knew the guards' routine. Guard Jensen always paused too long at the southeast corner, and security camera 7 rotated on a predictable 90-second cycle. As they approached the alley behind the bank, Eli pulled a small device from his pocket, a jammer. With a flick of a switch, the camera's signals went dark. 5 minutes before the cameras reboot, he whispered. Maya nodded, and they slipped in through the rusted maintenance door, its hinges groaning faintly but not loudly enough to draw attention. Inside, the stale air smelled of dust and old machines. Their flashlights pierced the darkness as they navigated the maze-like corridors. The first guard was at his post, slouched over a newspaper. Eli's heart pounded, but his fingers were steady as he pressed a tranquilizer dart gun into his palm. One shot, silent, and the guard was out cold, slumping softly to the floor. Maya covered the rear while Eli moved ahead, disabling the security panels one by one. The electronic locks on the vault door were their last hurdle. Months ago, Eli had hacked the bank's systems remotely and discovered a backdoor lingered, a forgotten override code. He pulled out his tablet and typed in the sequence. The vault door groaned, then swung open, revealing stacks of cash and rows upon rows of safety deposit boxes, not the treasure he sought, but still valuable. As they filled their bags with bundles of cash, Eli felt a chill run down his spine. They heard footsteps, not the routine guards. Someone new. Faster footsteps. "We got company," Maya hissed, eyes narrowing in the flashlight's beam. Eli grabbed a bag and motioned for her to move. They weren't far from the exit, but now time was against them. The footsteps grew closer. Suddenly, a figure appeared at the corridor's edge, a security guard, younger than the others, holding a radio. "Freeze! Police are on their way!" Maya lunged toward the man, knocking the radio from his hand. They pushed past him and raced through the corridors, alarm blaring now throughout the bank. Their exit route was blocked by another patrol. "Split up!" Eli commanded. They darted into separate hallways. Eli's breath came fast, thumb fumbling to call Maya on their grenade-like communication devices. Static was all he got. Seconds felt like hours as sirens pierced the night air. Suddenly, a trapdoor to the basement swung open. Eli dove through, landing heavily in the cramped maintenance tunnels, guided by the dim red beams of emergency lights. He crawled through the narrow passages, heart racing, hoping Maya had made it too. His hands brushed a metal grate leading outside. He pushed and it swung open onto a quiet street alley. Outside, the night was eerily calm again. Eli took a breath, looked around, no sign of police, no Maya. Panic bubbled up, but he forced it down. He couldn't finish the job alone. Minutes later, muffled footsteps approached the alley's mouth. Maya emerged, breathless but smiling. "Got the bags. Let's go." Together, they melted into the night, disappearing into the labyrinth of city streets. Days later, as news reports exposed the audacity of the robbery, claiming it one of the largest in the city's history, Eli and Maya lay low in a remote cabin miles away. Their plan had been perfect, but the surprise guard, the split-second decisions, they were reminders that no crime was truly flawless. Yet the thrill of the heist, the rush of pulling off the impossible, was intoxicating. And somewhere deep inside, both knew they'd be back. Because the perfect score was never about the money. It was about the game.